Welcome to Between Two Green Berets. I'm your host, Jesse James.
And I'm your co-host, Frankie Four Fingers. And today we're going to cover RFK's clashes with the Democratic senators during the Senate committee hearings over the turmoil happening in CDC. The DOJ considering banning trans people from owning firearms after the last mass shooting in Minneapolis. Ilhan Omar's ridiculous net worth of $30 million. And finally, we'll be looking at some of the previews for the new movie Men of War, which covers a former Green Beret, the failed coup attempt in Venezuela.
All right, so here we go. We'll roll into our first topic. All right, so this is RFK's. I want to go over some of his videos on how he clashes with different senators. So here's a quick 15-second clip.
We are the sickest country in the world. That's why we have to fire people at CDC. They did not do their job. This was their job to keep us healthy.
Thank you.
And I need to fire some of those people to make sure this doesn't happen again. We are.
What do you think, brother?
I feel like RFK is the perfect spokesman for poor health in America. Just from like he's suffering from his own, health issues. And I think somebody's going to take it seriously. It's going to be somebody from the outside.
Yeah. He's very well versed in all of this. I think he is probably the best secretary of health that we've probably had in generations. 40 or 50 years. I'm pretty sure he's probably the best one and most capable to do it, and he's so bright. He brings the numbers and he just beats these senators down to nothing because they're just talking points for them. They don't know what the heck they're talking about, but RFK does. Let's watch Pocahontas here.
I never promised that I was going to recommend products with which there is no indication.
When you said...
And I know you've taken $855,000 from pharmaceutical companies, Senator.
What do you think about that?
I like that little, hey, by the way, I did some research.
Oh, yeah, here you go. This is probably a little longer clash. You want to watch this one?
Confirmed in this job.
You're going like this.
That is, you promised that you would not take away vaccines from anyone who wanted them. You just changed the classification of the COVID vaccine.
Is that Bernie Sanders?
Away from people, Senator.
It takes it away if you can't get it from your pharmacist.
Well, most Americans are going to be able to get it from their pharmacy for free. Most Americans will be able to get it from their pharmacy for free.
The question is, everyone who wants it, that was your promise.
No, I didn't. I never promised that I was going to recommend products with which there is no indication.
When you said...
And I know you've taken $855,000 from pharmaceutical companies, Senator.
Did you hold up a big sign saying that you were lying when you said that? Because you are the one who said you would not take them away. Now, Senator...
I'm not taking them away from anybody.
Secretary...
You want me to indicate a product for which there is no clinical data?
Senator,
is that what you want?
Secretary Kennedy, you said you wouldn't, and now you did.
I'm not taking them away. Everybody can get access to them.
No.
You ever picture yourself in one of these things? Like how you would behave if some senator that you were having some issues with was pointing their finger at you and calling you a liar like that in national television? After you're trying to America has a health issue. It's the numbers are unmistakable with that, with the what was the
obesity rate, the autism rate, just health in general. There's everybody is getting cancer. How many people do you know have died from cancer between me and you? God,
we had a GB die from cancer. He was 20 something years old.
We had a couple of them die,
that was the youngest that I had seen in the community, at least.
Right. It's just how unhealthy America is sad. It's sad. I think a lot of the issue I see right here with these senators too is if you look Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, those are probably two of the biggest pharmaceutical like donations or lobbyists, people that lobby for like vaccines and stuff. They pay those senators by campaign contributions. That's why RFK was like, you guys took, or Pocahontas took $855,000 from Big Pharma for her campaign so she can advocate for them against RFK pretty much. You know, here's another one. This one was pretty good.
Enacting an agenda that I think is fundamentally cruel and defies common sense. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Do I got a reply? Or, Senator, you've sat in that chair for how long? 20, 25 years, while the chronic disease in our children went up to 76%. And you said nothing. You never asked the question why it's happening. Why is this happening? Today, for the first time in 20 years, we learned that infant mortality has increased in our country. It's not because I came in here. It's because of what happened during the Biden administration that we're going to end.
I'm going to let Senator Wyden respond briefly to that, and then we're not going to go over like we just did.
Committee on a bipartisan basis, enacting an agenda.
Same thing, you know, like he calls them all out on the facts. You know, he's like, hey, you've been here 20 plus years. And now you're saying it's RFK's fault?
Can you just take the position?
Or yeah, literally like a month or two ago.
I feel like it'd be common sense to welcome some change if we're having these numbers that are kind of hurting us at this point.
I feel like it's almost like we are supposed to be like the number one in everything. That's how I feel as American. Like we should be the best defense, best healthcare, longest lifespan, you know, everything. We should be number one. We should be selling all our weapons to everybody else, and we should have the best stuff. They have like Gen 5 when we have like Gen 8, whatever it is, you know? And we're not that. We're not the healthiest people. Like obesity in America is insane. It's disgusting. It's horrible. You see it everywhere. Why can't we be healthier? I do like the new generation of less like 21-year-olds to like I think 28-year-olds are drinking less and they're more healthy and they're thinking about like being healthier. So
well,
it's
now they got more choices now, right? It's like before, if you wanted to self-medicate, you go to a bar. You know, now you can go see a doctor, get medical, marijuana card, and have a different option for coping with some of the problems that you're having.
Yeah. We've learned a lot. And also you can see like what alcoholism did to like your parents if you had that issue. So it probably want to keep you away from it, you know, and it's that trickle down effect.
What are those numbers right there?
Let's see. So take notes that senators screaming at RFK today are all listed have received money from Big Pharma. People being bribed by Big Pharma should be making any healthcare decisions for America. They are obviously compromised. Let's take a look at this. Huh?
Dude, those numbers are what Bernie Sanders is getting from Pharma.
23 million? That's crazy. Elizabeth Warren, 10 million. That was the girl that was talking next to Bernie Sanders. Look at those top three, 10 million, 14 million, 23 million. What is this medical societies? Look at that. That's crazy. All right. All right, everybody, we're going to roll into our next topic. Our next topic is the DOJ eyes firearm ban for transgender individuals amid mental health fears. What's your thoughts on the ban?
Well, I didn't know that the last number of mass shootings have been involving trans people.
Yeah, it's been a significant amount. I think the last, I want to say 5 to 7 has been either binary or trans shooters, especially like the Catholic school shooter. That one just happened in Minnesota. What do you think on banning them because of mental health fears?
Yeah, I consider that a mental health issue. And I'm not downplaying how they feel. I don't know, dude. I always considered like that kind of, I always consider that as a mental health problem. Like, it just doesn't seem normal for me for you to be like, hey, I don't feel like a dude. I think I'm a woman. And I'm going to start doing things to change my body and my appearance to mimic that. If I did that, like if I acted like, hey, I think I'm a dog, you think, hey, Frank's lost it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, we seen that Dimitri guy dress up like, or his friend dress up like a dog, and he was wearing some pentagram thing, and everybody thought that was copacetic.
dude, could you imagine that? Like you walk into like a gun shop, you're dressed as like a puppy, and you're trying to buy a grok, Can I buy a grok? Like Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know, man. Like sometimes I think of it as like a slippery slope for me, right? Like, so they're going to ban guns for transgender individuals because of a disorder. Sometimes I worry about it with like us with like PTSD or something like that. Like I'm openly talk that I have had PTSD over, my time in the military. And like, I've gotten help, I've gotten therapy. I'm a lot better person for it. But now are they going to ever hold that over my head? Like, I'm afraid of that.
Yeah, I guess that is, if they're going to get their foot in the door, that'd be a way to do it. That's this time, right? Because the country's not swinging that way anymore.
With the trans thing?
Yeah, just like, Trump's policies on trans in the military and funding trans surgeries and stuff like that.
Do you think with like, if Democrats came into power and they're like, most of the military veterans are conservatives, they're like, and then some conservative shoots up, I don't know, a bar, or not some conservative, but some military member shoots up a bar and then like kill some people, and they're like, everybody with PTSD, no guns, gone. They banned trans. This is a disorder, gone. Guns are out. No more guns. No more freedom.
You are opening that Pandora's box, right? Like you're like,
Scary.
Hey, they took it away from these guys. Next.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, it is pretty bold to be like, this is leading to that. Because that's kind of like what it sounds like. Well, looks like these people have a mental issue because they keep shooting spots of. I feel like there's mass shootings all the time that just aren't being reported. What is considered a mass shooting?
Dude, it almost ties back to like the federal government going into DC, maybe going into Chicago, National Guard and stuff. And then they're taking trans guns away, Oh man, is this like the conservative takeover with the federal government while shrinking it at the same time and taking away vaccines so the Democrats can't track us anymore? I need my tinfoil hat, huh?
Yeah, that's a lot. I get scared of like, well, we had the COVID thing happen, right? And they saw how like everyone just kind of didn't resist, So for a gun thing, I know everybody's like, you can come get my guns. They're going to have to kill me for these guns. And yeah, granted, some people aren't going to be like that. They're going to hold their ground. But at the end of the day, you're an American. They're throwing up these policies and these laws. And I think this might be like how you said, a foot in the door to start taking away those rights from people.
All right. Well, this is a good time to say, hey, check out our merch. We're going to be dropping some new shirts.
Hey man, that's a nice shirt, dude.
It's really, really good. I think it's like a tri-blend on shirts, going down the rabbit hole with us. Support some local veterans, and another veteran business is helping us get our shirt business going. So make sure you guys check them out. Link will be in our link tree on our social media and also right here on YouTube. All right, so roll back into this. Give us I don't know, man. I think it's a slippery slope. It's crazy. I'll take my tinfoil hat and come back down to reality real quick. All right, so we're going to end this video right here. That's probably a lot of us talking. And we appreciate you guys checking out the podcast. Make sure you guys give us a like, a share, comment down below. And check out our merch. Like, we're going to have our merch coming out. We're going to have a bunch more shirts, some good ones, some Maha hats, some hardcore Maha. I really want to make America healthy again. If you check out Florida, also just said no more vaccines if you don't want it. All right. So this is Between Two Green Berets podcast. I'm Jesse James.
And I'm Frankie Four Fingers, and thanks for watching.
All right.